Hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. Today, my friends, we've got a long ride ahead of us, okay? I built a mansion for the first time in a very, very long time. I honestly don't even know when I last built a house this big. It's got like 8 bedrooms, it's a whole thing. But I think I've done like 2 of these on my channel in the past. I very rarely do them because they take so long to build. This was like a 6.5, almost 7 hour process for me, this one. And so, we don't often do this kind of thing. But I got really inspired a couple weeks ago, and so it took me like a couple weeks to do this too. So I don't have like 7 hours to sit down and build this in one day. And so it's taken me some time, but I finally gotten to a point where it's done, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So basically, it's kind of a craftsman style, also a bit of a blue suburban. As you can see, it's all blue. Well, you can't see yet, but you will see. It's blue. But look, I had to go back to my roots, okay? Leave me alone. It's fine. But yeah, it took me very long to build. I had a house that I was kind of looking at, a real life house that I was looking at for inspiration on the front. See, I usually when I build a house like this, especially like bigger ones in The Sims, it's easy to build a small house, but to build a big house, it's kind of hard to figure out like what looks good and things like that. And so I had a picture of a real life house that looks very similar to this one that I was building. And then the back I had to kind of wing because I only had a picture of the front. I think it turned out pretty good though, and I am pleased with it. I showed it off on stream pretty recently when I was like halfway done, and people seem to like it, so I'm excited to share it with you. It is on the gallery. Again, it's like 8 bedrooms, although 2 of them, it's like an office and a gym also, but I counted those in the bedrooms because that's what you would do in real life. And it's got, I think, like 6 bathrooms, to be honest. I don't remember. There's a lot of bathrooms in here. It's something. And there's like 2 different master bedrooms, one on the first and one on the second floor. I don't even know who would live here. There's no reason for this. It costs like 270,000 simoleons. It's a really, really big house, but I think it's really pretty and I'm very pleased. So I'm just gonna keep saying that because, again, it took me a very long time to build, but I'm proud of this one. So here we are. I also, like, I'm trying to think back at the other like mansions I've built in The Sims, and I did one big like red brick kind of suburban one and one similar to this one. It was like gray and had a lot of like white detailing and stuff, but those were both like probably a year, almost 2 years ago now. And so it's been a while. It's just because I did those when I was in high school too, so I had way less time. But now it's summer break, so I have a little bit more time to build things like this. But I'm gonna be honest, there was a point when I was building it where I was like, I can't do this anymore. It took me like 2 weeks. I had to keep like stopping and coming back. Because just for an example, each of these clips, I've cut out a lot of parts too. Like I cut out most of the landscaping. I cut out most of like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird parts that I've kind of eliminated from the video because I spent like an hour and 20 minutes just landscaping, and so I cut that out of this video because I feel like you're not gonna sit here and watch a sped up version of me placing the same plants everywhere for that long. So I cut that all out. It took me forever to do it. It's such a big lot, that it took a long time. But I mean, I never really do that. I never really cut things out. I only left in the footage of one bathroom being furnished because they're all the same. Mostly they're different shapes and stuff, but most of the bathrooms are the same kind of style on the interior. So I only left in like one furnishing and I did the rest of them. I didn't even record that. I was like, I'm not going to record the bathrooms. I'm just going to record one and then like not, because I was like, it's going to take me so long to cut this down if I do that because it's going to be such a long video. It already is like 30 something minutes long. And so if I were to leave in all that footage, it would be like an hour long video. Can you imagine? An hour long speed build, and I sped it up pretty fast and it's still this long. So here we are. But you know what? It'll be fun. We're gonna have fun here today, my friends. I'm excited. I keep saying the same things over and over again. Oh boy, but the backyard, I love the back of this house. So again, I had that like inspiration pic for the front of the house, but the back, I just kind of winged it and did what I thought looked good. And so there's a really big back patio and a huge pool, and like I just think it's really nice and pristine. I don't know, because it's all paved, and like I think if you lived in this house, this would be a really cool backyard. Plus there's like that ocean view behind it. And so like picture in real life, right? Like having a house like this, gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And there's like a little indoor garden area. You'll see it when I get to the inside, which is kind of far away from now, but on the inside there's that garden area and it's really pretty. I didn't put any like actual plants that you could like your Sims could grow like with the gardening skill. They're all like actual plants from the outdoors, but you could replace them with the gardening skill kind of plants just because it makes sense, okay? But I like the idea of there being a lot of like fake plants in there basically, even though they'd be real. You know what I mean? They're fake plants, but like picture them being like real ones. They just look better than like little EA plants that you grow when your Sims are gardening. The words I'm saying don't make any sense, but listen. I'm just trying to explain my thought process here. Also, I listen to a lot of things. So when I build houses in The Sims, I listen to a lot of things, like mostly podcasts, a lot of musicals as per usual. But I was listening to murder podcasts while I built most of this. Like the first half was all a murder podcast kind of listen, and then I listened to Book of Mormon and Dear Evan Hansen. And then I listened to a lot of Mr. Kate videos. I've already seen Mr. Kate's like We Bought a House series, but I listened to like the first half of that. Again, not half, but like a bunch of Mr. Kate videos because I already see them, so I could just listen and be fine. But I was kind of trying to, I don't know, I was being inspired, okay? I needed help. I needed Mr. Kate's help with this because it was so much to furnish. And then, so I did the whole outside. I did the whole landscaping, did the floor plan. I might have cut out the floor plan. I don't remember if I did that or not. We'll find out, I guess. We'll see. But yeah, I did the outside, I did the inside, and then I did the upstairs first, and then I did the downstairs just now today. So I kind of did it in a weird order. Usually what I would do if I'm building a house, like my standard, is to build the whole outside, and then I'll landscape, do the floor plan, and then furnish. And I won't even paint the inside or outside of the house until the very end. And I'll do like all of the living space first. Bedrooms always are last. And that's kind of my like standard look. I do bathrooms first too because those are easy. It makes you feel like you made progress if you furnish all the bathrooms. You're like, wow, look, I furnished like 6 rooms, but really you just did 6 of the same bathroom over and over again. But when you're doing a big house like this, it helps to make yourself feel like you're making progress, even though you're not. It also took me so long to do the floor plan because it's such a big house. Like making it work, like reworking things to make it make sense was very difficult. But I think I made it happen. I think that it makes sense. It just there's a lot of like trial and error that happened with this one. I feel like I don't think I'll do a big house like this for a very long time. I honestly can't imagine myself doing a mansion like this one for like months. It just this is like a once a year kind of thing. Maybe twice a year if you're feeling a little bit crazy, but it takes so long. And the thing is I like doing the outside. I hate furnishing them. I just don't want to furnish them. Like I do so much furnishing as it is in The Sims, like cuz I build so many houses and like with a big house like this, it just takes so long to do. And I don't like I want to build the outside and I want to make the floor plan, but I do not want to furnish it. So maybe I'll get someone to furnish it for me. We could do a collab next time. I can talk to one of my friends. We'll see. But like that's the only way that I would ever be willing to do a mansion like this again anytime soon because it just takes so long. 7 hours, you guys. 7. That's a long time, okay? My builds usually take me like for a regular house. I do a lot of like 30 by 20 lot, like 3-bedroom houses. Those take me like an hour and a half usually. And that's a very big difference from this. Like you could build like 3 of those in the time it took me to build this. So listen, I need some time to cool down from the mansion, okay? It even has a bar in it. I don't even know the last time I had a house that had a bar in it. I went all out today, my friends. I don't know what I'm doing, but it was kind of fun. So, and it's enough talking about the house though, right? I can probably tell some stories now. I was just trying to like talk about the house enough to make it be okay. Usually in my builds, I just kind of sit here and like tell stories. Oh, look, I just landscaped. I put a lot of terrain paint down first. Oh, back to the build talking now. Usually I'll landscape first and then terrain paint afterwards, but this time I like placed the terrain paint where I wanted there to be plants, and then I did the landscaping afterward. So there's like a very short segment of landscaping in this build, and then we kind of skip ahead, but I think it turned out nice. It's very like blue and green, which is sort of my favorite kind of style. We love a blue Suburban, obviously. But yeah, I cut out like all of the landscaping. You just can place some bushes here, and then you'll see the landscaping kind of as we go through the build and see what I did. But it's all like low-lying bushes and like the little blue flowers, romantic garden stuff from Romantic. I can't talk. Anyway, you'll see it. You can kind of see it in the backyard there, and in the screenshots you'll see it too. I didn't think it was necessary to see me landscaping this one because it's the same thing everywhere. And again, it took me like an hour and a half to do just the landscaping, which is so dumb. Plus, there's a lot of trial and error there because I was trying to see what I thought looked best. So it was not worth putting in, okay? I cut it out. I think it's better this way, I promise. And here's just the one bathroom that I furnished. I furnished all of them the same way, but I left in just the footage of one of them because I figured it made more sense this way. Because you're not going to watch me furnish the same bathroom like 6 times. You know, that's kind of boring to watch me do that over and over and over again. So I cut them out mostly, and I figured it makes this easier. And now we actually get into the living space here. And it took me, okay, so here's what I did. With this, I was gonna tell stories, and now here I'm talking about the build again. But with this, I furnished this big room. It's like a kitchen, like breakfast area and living, like family room kind of space, all combined in one room. like a big open floor plan, and I did this part first. Didn't actually decorate anything. Like oftentimes when I build houses, I'll go in and I'll like place the counters. Won't put like cabinets or the fridge or anything. I'll just place the counters so I can kind of space it out. And I'll put like a table, but I won't decorate anything. I have like tables and chairs and a rug with some couches, and then I'll add the decorations later. So you'll see me, I did this room like with basic furniture, and then like 4 days later, today, I came back and finally finished decorating it. But I had done the whole upstairs already. I put it in this build video. The order makes more sense. But like, I did it way out of order and way backwards. I did this first and then the upstairs. And then I came back down and finished the whole downstairs all at once. And it was a super weird order. But I feel like I had to keep jumping around to make myself feel better. Because I was doing, it's such a big house. The furnishing is so miserable. But anyway, that's my story. But yeah, I have some big news for you guys. So I've talked a lot recently about how moving into an apartment, my words aren't coming out properly. But I'm starting school on the 20th of August again, and I'm supposed to move into an apartment with my friend Jill, around campus, basically. Not on campus, it was like an actual apartment. Gonna move in soon. But then I discovered that it's not much more expensive to get a house. And so the apartment was gonna be like a really tiny 2-bedroom apartment. And we found this townhouse that is not much more expensive to stay in, and it's 3 bedrooms, and just Jill and I can rent it, and I can have an office. So I made this entire video where I was like, I always wanted an office. My dream is to have an office, and then I found this place that I actually got. I can't move in until September, like early September, which is fine because I live pretty close to campus, so I'll stay at my parents' house for like a couple more weeks, save some more money, and then get a house, you guys. And so I have that place, hopefully, almost definitely, and I get an office now. You guys, listen, if you watch that video, I did this like building my dream apartment video where I built what I would consider to be like my dream apartment, and I just furnished it all. It had an office in that apartment, and now, like, listen, you guys, you put something out there, and sometimes it comes back. So I'll get an office, you guys. So here's the deal. I've told this before in my videos, but it's really important just in life. Here's some pro tips from Kayla that I can't relate to right now, but maybe can in the future, to separate your work and your living space. Like people always tell you, like if you're in school, maybe like don't ever study or do your homework in bed because you want to keep those lives separate. Like your bed should not be a place where you study because you want to keep those two things apart, right? So you have a desk that you study at always. And that kind of thing, I've always wanted that because I have a very hard time turning off my work, right? Because I work online and I love The Sims. Like The Sims isn't necessarily just my work. Like I work on the internet, right? Like I make YouTube videos and I stream for a living. And it's really hard when you do that and when you work for yourself to turn it off because there's always something else going on. I can always be making videos. I can always be like answering emails. I can always be doing something related to this. I can always be editing. And I always end up, I keep saying always, but I'll stay up until like 2 a.m. every single night making stuff and like doing things for YouTube. And that's just not healthy. Like it's good. I love it. I enjoy it. But I think because my bed is in my workspace, like there's no separating that. There's no time where it's like, okay, I'm leaving my office, turning the PC off, and like I'm gonna go downstairs and like make some food in the kitchen. Like it's always like I don't know, I'm always here at my desk, always working on something, and that's just not healthy. And if I have an office, I can separate those two things and hopefully stop working myself to death, but we'll see. So, oh my god, you guys, anyway, very exciting times. I can build that house. We can do like office tours. Hear me out on this idea, right? Because I've been super into Pinterest recently. I'm that person now, I know. But I've been looking at a lot of like interior spaces because I try and get inspiration from my builds in The Sims 2 this way. And so I look at a lot of like interior things, and Pinterest is a good place for that. And I've been thinking, like, hear me out. I don't know if it's like a good idea for my channel, but I figured because we all love like building in The Sims, and I imagine all of us love like interior design type stuff too, and maybe like some DIY type things. And so I was thinking, imagine like a video of me trying like Pinterest hacks, because I have to put furniture in this place. What if there was like a video of me trying out different IKEA hacks? Is that like a cool thing? Or also like, could I make it happen? I don't know, but like, I think that'd be fun. Like, because, I mean, you know, we DIY things. It'd be like a fun production kind of thing to do. And I like the idea of that, adding in some more like IRL stuff on my channel. And I feel like it's like I'm just starting to make like makeup videos. It's like a furniture thing that fits in with like my already pre-existing content. So we'll see about that. I don't know if I can actually pull it off, but like I'll probably do an office tour if I have this place and you guys can see that, and that'll be really cool. And I'll build it in The Sims for sure. Like I'll probably do like a room build and a speed build of the whole build because I don't know. It's like it's the dream. I can do like a pre. Oh my god, I could build it. Like what if I built it soon with like like just to see what I want to put in the house or the apartment, whatever, wherever I end up living. Oh my god, stressful times, you guys. But I could build it now, and then we could actually build the real one and then like compare. And that, oh, there's so many ideas. I have so many ideas. But also school starts on the 20th, and I have an update about that, my friends, because I do a lot of things. I'm currently like, I upload daily on YouTube, I stream daily on Twitch, and I'm a full-time student, and that's like 3 separate full-time jobs, right? People do those things, each of them full-time, and I'm doing all of them at once, and I don't really have much time for anything ever. And so I ended up switching all of my classes to being online, which is maybe a very bad idea because like will I be motivated enough to work on them? I don't know. Probably. I took 2 online classes last semester, or one. Wait, how many? One online class? I think it was one. It was one online class. I don't even know what I took last semester anymore. I took an online class last semester, and it was fine. So I feel like, and I took one in high school too. And so like I've got some experience with online courses. Okay, I think I can handle it. And I like the idea of being able to work on my own time instead of having like on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this time you have to be on campus in class. And if I take them online, I have my own time. I can like figure out a schedule that works for me. Plus, I had a class that conflicted with my stream time, and that's just not possible for me. Like, I can't, because I stream for a living, right? I've got rent to pay. Like, I can't mess with my stream schedule just because, like, school's important, but also my job is important. So, like, if I take that class online, it doesn't conflict anymore. I can still stream and I can take the class, and, like, I can overwork myself, sure, but, like, I can overwork on my own time, you know? So, I can do homework at 6 a.m. if I wanted to, or I could, whenever I want to do it, I can do it. And I think that makes the most sense for me right now, and that's good. So I feel very good about that. I was feeling very overwhelmed before, like at the thought of that and like figuring out how I'm going to make everything work. And now that I have a more flexible, like everything's on my own schedule now, right? Like I'm not stuck to any like specific like classroom schedule. Like I have my own control of everything, and that makes me feel better. So that's maybe a pro tip, try and take control of your own schedules. Maybe don't drop all your classes to online, but do whatever you can to make your life better in ways like, by separating work and living, like maybe not by an office, but like don't do homework in bed, guys. That's listen, don't do it. You heard it from me first. I used to do that, and then I realized that's really dumb, so don't do that. When I was in high school, I did that because anyway, don't be that person. Don't. Because my freshman year of high school, I had an online class. I took 2 online classes in high school. I took PE online. No, I took 3 because I took 2 at once. So basically, here's what happened. When I was a freshman, I took personal fitness, which was a required class, and like fitness, lifestyle, and design, some dumb PE class online. Because here's the thing, my friends. You think it sounds dumb, it is. But there were 2 required PE classes to graduate in my high school, and I did not want to take PE classes on campus because like your girl's not going to take basketball. They offered like basketball. I'm not doing that. Like I'm not, and also like regular gym classes. The idea of that I find to be so revolting and terrifying that I refuse. Like after my experience in middle school, it's not happening. So I took them online to get them over with. And so second semester of my freshman year, I took 2 classes. So I had like in my 6th period class, I took 2 online classes during that. So I got them both done at once, had like extra credits basically, but I took them both because they were pretty easy. They weren't like, they were actually much harder than you'd think they would be because I had to write like essays and stuff about like muscle groups and all that garbage. So it was a lot of work, and you had fitness logs and stuff to do, but I didn't do any of them, which is bad. But like you used to have to log, like you would have to run and like check your heart rate. They wanted you to check your heart rate afterwards to like be able to prove that you did it, and they would give you like different exercises. So you'd have like one module that was about like muscles, and you had to do like weightlifting stuff. And I had a project where I had to create weights out of like milk jugs and water, and that was like a thing we had to do. How dumb is that? Anyway. Yeah, weird class. I never did any of the exercise though. I made it all up. Like I had in my logs, I spent so much time researching like what my heart rate should be so that I could like effectively fake it, which is so bad. But also like listen, okay? I was busy. I was taking 8 classes instead of 7 like a normal person, and they were honors classes at school, But I had that, so okay, this is getting way too deep, but like we had a block schedule in my high school. So we had like one day you would have even classes, one day you'd have odd classes. And so you had like long class periods, like 2 hour class periods, right? And then on Wednesdays, we had all of our classes. So I always had 6 period last on these, like, it was like Tuesday, Friday, and Wednesday, I had the 6 period class last. And I took it off campus. So I got to go home early basically to do these classes at home. And so I would sit in bed. This is so bad. I would sit in bed and write my PE class essays and pretend to be exercising. But that's what I did like my whole second semester freshman year. Oh my god, when you say that, it sounds so bad. I never really thought about it until just now, like how bad that is, that I was just sitting in bed pretending to be taking a PE class. Right, wow, that is something else. So don't be like me, okay? But listen, you know what? I got a really good grade. I learned a lot about muscle groups and healthy eating and things like that. I think I learned a lot more. To be fair, if I had taken PE in real life, I would have, like, granted, done actual exercise, maybe, and like walked the track on school, at school, on school. I could have walked the track. But like people, those PE classes on campus are a joke. All right, like they have some gym coach who's like actually like the football coach teaching it, and like they have the same kind of curriculum where it's like, oh, here's the muscle, blah 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 blah, but like they don't actually teach it, and like, you know, you don't actually learn anything. So it's, you know, I learned some things, okay? And then I took anatomy my senior year, and I already knew a bunch of stuff from these PE classes I had to take. So like, listen, I don't want your shame, okay? I could have maybe not lied in my exercise logs, but this was a long time ago, okay? I was like 14. I'm turning 19 now. It's fine. We've gotten over it. We're all good. But yeah, that was my story in high school. There's a gym in this house. I put a gym in this house. I think there's weights and treadmill and a punching bag or something. I don't remember. But yeah, so maybe if I had one of those, I would have done work in my PE classes in freshman year. But no, not now. I didn't, actually. Yeah. So that's fun. This semester in college, I'm a history major, if those of you didn't know that. I'm majoring in history, and so all of my classes are very history-based this semester. I'm kind of excited about it. The thing is, I know it sounds so lame, but like I'm actually excited about this, so it should be fun. I don't know. I'm taking a class about the Atlantic revolutions. That sounds kind of cool. I don't know. Listen, I'll let you know. I might complain about it a lot once school starts, but for now, I'm like, wow, revolutions? Cool. But we'll see. We'll see. And last semester, okay, so also, I almost took a Spanish class this semester. I decided not to because I thought it would be dumb if I did that. Also, I couldn't get it online, so I didn't take it this semester. But I took 3 years of Spanish in high school. I took Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and Spanish 3, and I almost took AP Spanish. And then I was like, oh my god, I upload daily on YouTube. I can't take AP Spanish 2. I took AP Art instead. But so I used to be very good at Spanish because I don't know, I took it for a long time, and I was gonna take like AP Spanish is entirely in Spanish. That class, there's like on the AP test, there's like a speaking portion, and like it's a really hard class. But I was gonna take it, and then I decided not to because I wasn't gonna try and die in school. I took 6 AP classes my junior year, and that was gonna be one of them. Dumb idea, really dumb idea. I would have died. And also uploaded daily on YouTube. I don't know how I did that in high school. I did so much. I do a lot now. I did way more back then. I have no idea how I managed that. I should have died. Like, all things considered, I should have died back then. But I didn't. So here we are, my friends. But yeah, I was thinking recently, because I always kind of was like, yeah, I'm good at Spanish. And then I was thinking when I was signing up for these classes, I was like, wait a minute. I forgot like literally everything from Spanish. This sucks. Because like, I would have done so well if I had taken it maybe even like last year, like first semester of college. But also, I've found that a lot of people that I've talked to, like friends of mine that are like older students, like seniors in college, a lot of people, this is maybe a recommendation, because you have to take 2 semesters of a language, at least in my university, in order to graduate, even though I took 3 years of it in high school, but whatever. You take 2 semesters, and you need to take at least 2 years to get into college, and then another 2 semesters once you're in college to like fill out your gen ed requirements. But a lot of seniors that I know take their language classes their senior year because it's like a fun, like kind of easy break from their other classes, and it like, I don't know, it's less like here's this crazy intense major classes, but you have like a fun class that's like not necessarily fun, but it's different enough that it's not like you're taking, I don't know, all history classes at once that are all like essay based and miserable. So I think that's my plan. But I imagine you guys don't care about this at all, to be honest. You're probably like, yeah, Kayla, no one cares what classes you're taking in college. I also think I already told that story about Spanish in a different video, and now I'm telling it again. All I talk about is school. No one cares about this. But you know what? It's on my mind right now, okay? Because I had like a freak out 3 days ago and switched all my classes to online and didn't upload a video that day because I was so panicked by it. But anyway, that's what happened on what day was that? Wednesday? Thursday? Wednesday? I have no idea. I missed 2 uploads this week. I'm falling apart. But I was worrying about dropping all my classes to online and trying to get a house and like I've had a time, all right, but we're fine now. Everything's fine. I'm feeling a little bit better. But yeah, that day that I switched my classes to online, I had like a freak out that day. But we're good now, so that's fun. Yeah. I tell you guys way too much. Like I'm I'm like, yeah, I had a panic attack, but it's fine. I'm good now. That was like 15 minutes ago. We're okay. Not today, guys. I should clarify. Also, my parents and I went out to dinner last night, and I have leftover Olive Garden. Just thought that you should know. So that's really exciting and fun. So I know you're jealous. Try and like contain it and whatnot. I also think because I've been doing back to the Pinterest thing. What if I started doing, this is probably so not anything you're interested in, cooking videos, if not cooking streams, because like I want to bake things and like I like the idea of doing that on my channel or on Twitch or something, somewhere, somehow. I think I could pull it off on Twitch really easily. I don't know if the YouTube audience would be super into that, but if you are, hey, let me know in the comments. Are you guys interested in any of those more like real life type videos? I wouldn't like make my whole channel that. I would do like, if any, maybe like one every 2 weeks. Like I wouldn't like become a Pinterest channel or like a IKEA hack channel. I would do like one every once in a while. But like, is that okay? I feel like it's fun to switch up the content a little bit and like start doing other things that are maybe less like, here's 7 Sims builds in a week, you know, like it's kind of fun to switch it up because I'm not gonna like take away from any of my regular videos, you know? Because I kind of have like every week I have like one, usually on Saturdays I'll post like one what I call like a random video. So I'll have like a series posting every day of the week. I've got like speed build Sundays and fixture builds on Wednesdays, and like I post seasons on Thursdays and stuff like that. But on Saturdays I kind of have this day for like random videos. I kind of class them as in my head, and I'll do like a cast video that day or like some kind of one-off video. And so like maybe like every other Saturday or something like that I start posting more like IRL type things. I think would be cool, you know? Get some new fresh fancy things on the channel. But yeah, that's my idea. That's my life goal, okay? I want an office and you know what? Here's what we do. We put things out there that we want. I wanted an office and now I'm looking into getting a house that has an office instead of the apartment that's tiny and not an office. And now I want to start making more lifestyle content. I'm going to throw that out there. But also don't be afraid, my friends. I'm not going to replace any Sims content with these videos you might not care about. But please care about them enough to give them a try. Give me a chance, please. I'm begging you, please. Okay, I have to go now. My video's almost over. But thank you for listening to me rant at you for like 30 minutes. I hope that you had fun. I hope you like this build. Again, it's on the gallery if you want to download it. It's really big and very expensive and crazy, but it's super cool and I worked very hard on it, so please give her a chance. But make sure to go ahead and leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day, and so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Hey, and by the way, if you're watching this, I stream every single day on Twitch at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I do a lot of builds, a lot of like fun Sims stuff. I play Sims all the time there for like 3 hours a day. So if you want to check that out and hang out with us, twitch.tv/lilsimsie, link in the description box down below. Please come see me. Thank you. Good night.